Yes. What's the value of RB? The value of RB is found to be as 3.33 kilo ohm. Okay, 3.33 kilo ohm. Fine. Okay. Now, once if you are able to compute the value of RB, now I can apply KVL at the input loop. I can apply KVL at the input loop so that I can get my base current. You'll be feeling, sir, numerically has asked us the value of IC, then why are we computing the value of IB? Then I need to say you, my dear students, once if you know the value of IB, then IC can be computed as beta times that of IB. IC can be computed as beta times that of the IB. Okay, so now I need to compute my base current first. So to compute the base current, okay, either you can solve the numerical by applying the KVL to the input loop, or you can use the equation directly, okay, which is known to us. So I can simply say that since that equation is also been obtained by applying KVL at the input side itself, okay, both is one and the same. So I can simply say that the base current is been given by IB is equals to VT minus VBE divided by RB plus beta plus 1 times that of RE, beta plus 1 times that of RE. Now I know what is my VT. I know what is my VT. My VT is 3.3 volts. 3.33 volts minus what is VBE? Default this transistor, it will be a silicon transistor. Since it's a silicon transistor, what is the voltage drop VBE? The voltage drop VBE, will be equal to 0.7. Voltage drop VBE will be equal to 0.7 divided by what's the value of RB? The value of RB is found to be as 3.33 K. 3.33 K plus what's the value of beta? He has already given the value of beta in the numerical. So he has said that the value of beta, okay, I have missed out on the occasion. He has given actually beta is equals to 100. So this is the given data. Okay, so this is given beta is equals to 100. Okay, so since the value of beta is known to me, so I can take this as 100 plus 1 into RE resistance. So what's the resistance RE? So the value of the resistance RE, is found to be as 500 ohms. So you can write this as into 500. Okay, assume that in the worst condition, in your video semester examination, he has not given you the value of beta. Okay, take a real time problem. He has missed out to give the value of beta. What you will do? You will say that grace marks will be given to the numerical. Yes. What are you going to do? Yes, students, please answer me. Assume that the value of beta is not given to you. What you will do? Hmm? Yes, please answer me in the group chat. My dear Sandeep Baker, I am asking you the value of beta, not R1 parallel to R2. Beta. What's the value of beta? Yes. Ashwin is going right, saying that a beta can take a value. We have solved this, we have interacted about this during fundamental sessions. Beta can take a value wherein it can be greater than 50 but less than or equal to 400. So your beta value which is not 100, it is 400. So beta can take a value between 50 to 400. So you are free to choose any value of beta. So if beta is not given, I want to take beta as 100, yes. Beta as 200, yes. Beta as 250, yes. You will not have any problem. Understanding? So you can choose any value of beta if beta is not given. If beta is not given, in that case you can select a value of beta anything between the band of 50 to 400, and no any bonus marks will be given if at all if beta is not given in the numerical. It's default, you have to assume it. Okay, fine. So since he has given the value of beta in the numerical, so we're going to take it as 100. Then when I solve this fraction, what is that I'll be able to have it? What's the value of my IB? What's the value of my IB? 0.48 microamp. No, I do feel you have gone wrong in uh, identifying the decimals. Check it out. Yes, Sandeep is proper saying that 48.8 microamps. Yes, correct. So you'll be able to get this as 48.8 microamps. 48.8 microamps. Okay, so you can just witness what is the magnitude of your base current. Magnitude of your base current will be in the band of microamps. So 48.8 microamps. Okay, then once if you get the value of IB, now I can solve it for my IC. Now I can solve it for my IC. I can simply say that the value of IC, is beta times that of IB. What is beta? Beta is 100. What is my IB? IB is 48.8 microamps. Then what's the value of my IC? What's the value of my IC? Yes. What's the value of my IC? The value of my IC is 4.88 milliamps. I'm just multiplying it by 100. That's all. You should get 4.88 milliamps. So this is the value of my IC. Okay, so this is one of the parameter that has asked me to compute. Then the next thing that I need to compute over here is just for your to make your concept clear to you people. So we know the equation which says that if I want to correlate my emitter current, then I can simply say, so this is just for reference, okay? It is for reference. He has not asked this in numerical. It's only for your reference. You not write with the same color. So this is only for your reference. So I know that my emitter current is being given by base current plus collector current. Do you agree? Base current plus collector current. What is base current in this numerical? 48.8 microamps plus. What is this collector current? It is 4.88 milliamps. When I sum this, what is that I am going to get? What's the value of IE? What is the value of IE? This is 48.8 microamps plus 4.88 milliamps. 4.88 milliamps. So I'll be able to get something 4.9 milli, right, Archana? Yes. So you are able to get something 4.9 milliamps. Now I want you people to compare what is the value of IC and what's the value of IE. IC is how much? 4.88. What's the value of IE? 4.9. This is the reason. What we say your collector current is approximately same as that of emitter current. Understanding? So actually this particular subject you will be able to understand it only when you solve numericals. So when you write any equations, those equations you can feel it whenever you solve any numericals as such. So when I say this theoretically, you may not be able to accept it. But now this numerical data is able to express itself, saying that since IE is 4.9 milliamps, IC is 4.88 milliamps, so I can simply say that my IC is approximately same as that of my IE. Is it clear? Okay, so this data we are able to just do it only for reference perspective. Okay, it is not the part of numerical. So your concept, a fundamental concept, that why we choose IC approximately equal to IE, that concept will be clear to you. Fine. Now what we'll do, since we have able to compute the value of IC, now we have to compute the value for VCE. So how to compute for VCE? So we know the equation, nothing but we have to put the KVL loop to the output circuit. So however, we know the equation for VCE, okay, which says that VCE is equals to VCC minus ICRC into, sorry, minus IE into RE. So VCE is equals to VCC minus ICRC minus IE into RE. So I know what's the value of VCC. The value of VCC is found to be as 10. The value of IC I have computed as 4.88 milli into the value of RC. What's the value of RC? We have the circuit. What's the value of RC? The value of RC is 1K. 1K. Then minus the value of IE. The value of IE, I do require the value of IE as such. The value of IE is found to be as 4.9 milliamps. Okay, 4.9 milliamps into the value of RE. The value of RE is 500 ohms. Okay, then what's the value of VCE now? Let's solve this data. Just solve this data. What is the value of VCE? The value of VCE is found to be as 2.64 volts. Good. 2.64. Sorry, 2.64 volts. 2.64 volts. Clear? Okay. Is it clear to you? Fine. Yes. Any doubts in this numerical? Any doubts in this numerical? Yes. Okay. Okay. So we'll take one more numerical on this topic. We'll take one more numerical on this topic. Take a second numerical. Take a second numerical. Design a classical biasing circuit. Design a classical biasing circuit using he has given some data saying that a supply of 24 volts. Okay, beta value he has given it as 110 and IC as 4 milliamps. IC as 4 milliamps. VCE output voltage 8 volts, and choose emitter voltage as VCC by 8. So this is what he has given in the numerical. Now first I'll make you understand this numerical first. What is the problem statement of this numerical? So what he is asking us, that I should design one classical biasing circuit. So wherein I know the blueprint of the circuit. So I know that in my circuit I'll be having the resistance RC, the resistance RE. So this is resistance R1, this is resistance R2. Okay, so this is your plus VCC, this is RC, RE, R1, R2. So this is your C1, wherein you are going to apply input voltage. Here you are going to have your capacitance. So here you will get your output voltage. So this is your CI, and this is your C out. Okay, so this is your circuit. This is your circuit. So he's asking us to design the value for this circuit. Okay, he's asking us to design the value for this circuit. And what he's saying that the biasing voltage you have to apply as 24 volts. Your VCC has to be 24. Then second thing, he's saying that this transistor is having current amplification factor beta as 110. That is, your output current will be 110 times that of your base current. Your output current, your output current will be 110 times that of your input current. This is what is the status of the transistor, because beta, it is different for a transistor to it is different from a transistor to another transistor. Okay, so whatever the transistor I am using now in my circuit, so this transistor is having the beta value of 110. Understanding? Then next, what he's saying, he wants the output current such that whatever load he wants to install it on the circuit, load resistance RL, this should be, your output should be capable of driving a value of current as 4 milliamps. It's a meaning of this. This is something, a hidden meaning of this. Your output current IC should be capable of driving a load, a maximum load of 4 milliamps, a maximum load of 4 milliamps. Okay, and he is also saying that VCE, nothing but your output voltage. VCE, nothing but your output voltage, has to be equals to 8 volts. So he has given you output voltage, output current. Understanding? And he's also saying that the emitter voltage, voltage across emitter. So since this terminal will be ground, so VE indicates what? Potential at emitter with respect to ground. So emitter voltage should be equal to 1/8 of VCC. So he has given that it is a condition to be followed. It's a condition to be satisfied during your process of getting the value for your circuit parameters. Okay, so with this problem statement, with this as a problem statement, now we have to design the value for this circuit components. Is it clear to you? Yes, is the numerical part clear to you? What is this problem statement meaning? So this keyword design is having a lot of meaning. Okay. Okay. So now what we'll do over here is, now we'll start solving this numerical in steps. So the first step, we need to compute what is our input current, then the value of the uh, emitter current and the emitter voltage, so that I can compute the remaining parameters as such. So first I will compute my base current IB, the base current IB. Now always you people don't have your mindset that whenever I am working with this classical biasing circuit, whenever I say IB, it has to be VT minus VB divided by RB plus beta plus 1 times that of RE. You should not use that method. So you should know the alternative methods also. So since he has given us the value of IC, since he has given us the since he has given us the value of IC, since he has given us the value of IC, now I need to just I can compute the value of IB. I can compute the value of IB as IB is equals to IC divided by the beta. Okay, I can define the value of IB as IC divided by the beta. Okay, which will be equal to what's the value of IC? The value of IC is found to be as 4 milliamps divided by the value of beta. The value of beta, is defined as 110. Then what's the value of this IB now? What's the value of IB? Yes, what's the value of IB? The value of IB is found to be as 36.36 microamps, right? The value of IB is found to be as 36.36 microamps. 36.36 microamps. Okay, then once if I compute the value of IB, then I can compute the value of IE also now, because I know the value of IB, I know the value of IC. Okay, so I can just write the value of IE. I can just write the value of IE is equals to, okay, I can write the value of IE as IB plus IC. I can write the value of IB as IB plus IC. So what's the value of IB? The value of IB is 36.36 microamps plus what's the value of IC? The value of IC is 4 milliamps. Then the value of emitter current will be equal to, yes, what's the answer? So the value of IE is found to be 4.03 milliamps. 4.03 milliamps. 4.03 milliamps. Okay, or 4.036, whatever you people are suggesting in the column. Fine. So once if you get the value of IE, then easily I can compute my emitter voltage, VE, because he has given me that my emitter voltage has to be equal to VCC by 8. Since if you know the value of VCC, you can compute your emitter voltage as well. So VE is defined as VCC by 8. So this equation is given. It is not a standard equation. Okay, this is not a standard equation. He has said for this particular application, you should meet this condition. That's all. Okay, so I can say that my VE will be equal to VCC by 8. VCC, what's the value of VCC? The value of VCC he has given it as 24 volts. So the value of VCC is 24 divided by 8. So what's the emitter voltage? What's the emitter voltage? Yes, what's the emitter voltage? It is found to be as 3 volts. Okay, good. Now, so this was my step 1. My step 1 was to calculate the required terms so that I can use my KVL on input and output, and I can compute the remaining parameters. Okay, now as you know that here, let me say that I'm going to start up with my step 2. So in case of my step 2, wherein I'm going to start to compute the parameters of the circuit, I can just compute the value of RE. I can compute the value of RE as VE divided by IE, because I know what is my VE, I know what is my IE. So in my circuit, if I want to compute the value of the resistance Re, how to compute? The simple Ohm's law, V is equals to IR. V is equals to IR. What is R? V by I. R is V by I. Voltage drop across this resistance divided by the current flowing through this resistance. Then I can simply write this. I can simply write this as my Re is equals to VE divided by IE. Then what is the value of VE? What is the value of VE? The value of VE is found to be as 3 volts divided by the value of IE. What's the value of IE? Value of IE is 4.03 milliamps. 4.03 milliamps. So what is this value? What is this value? Yes, you're able to get it as 743.31 ohms. Good. 743.31 ohms. So it depends upon how you are able to. If you consider this as 4.036, then your decimal points may change. Not a problem. You get 744.41, etc. Not a problem. Okay. So your emitter resistance is 743.31 ohms. Okay. If I consider this as 4.03, then once if I'm able to compute the value of Re, then I can simply compute the value of Rc now. Okay. If I apply the KVL to the output circuit, Now, if I apply KVL to the output circuit, I can write here applying KVL at output circuit. Applying KVL at output circuit. Okay, you know the equations, right? So wherein if I apply the KVL at the output circuit, so what is that I'm going to get? So negative to positive plus VCC, right? Then this drop, ICRC drop, so I'll get minus ICRC. Okay, then minus VCE, minus VCE, minus VE. I can write it directly now. Minus VE is equals to 0. What is VE? It is IE into RE drop. Yes or no? So negative to positive, positive plus VCC minus minus ICRC minus VCE minus VE. So minus VE can be written as IE into RE, right? So now what I want to write the equation for RC, right? So I can just send this term on this side. ICRC will be equal to VCC minus VCE minus VE. So if I write it for RC, so therefore RC will be VCC minus VCE minus VE divided by IC. Okay, so this will be equal to, what's the value of VCC? 24 volts. What is the value of VCE? He has given us the value of VCE. He has given us as 8 volts. Minus 8 minus VE emitter voltage. That also he has given us, saying that it should be 1/8 of the VCC, so which is equal to the 3 volts, right? Which is equal to 3 volts divided by IC. So IC we are able to compute it. So what's the value of IC we have computed? So I think IC also is given, right? Yes. IC also he has given as 4 milliamps. So IC is also known to us as 4 milliamps. Or you can write 4 into 10 raised to minus 3. Somehow both are one and the same. So what's the value of RC? What is the value of RC? Good. The value of RC is found to be as 3.25 kilo ohm. 3.25 kilo ohm. Okay. Then once if you are able to compute the value of RC and RE, now what is left out? Left out is only I have to compute the value of R1 and R2. Agreed? because now I know what is the value of RC, I know what is the value of RE. So left out in the circuit is value of R1 and R2. So how to compute this? So in order to compute the value of R1 and R2, okay, in order to compute the value of R1 and R2, so I know that VB, nothing but the potential at the base, is being given by VE, emitter voltage, plus the drop across base emitter junction is a fundamental, right? So what is this VB? This VB is the voltage drop across the base point. So this is your base point B. So where is your VB existing? VB is existing here. So this is your VB, right? So this is your VB point. Show the hand reverse. So this is your VB point. So this is your source. Your source is feeding two drops. Those two drops are what? Your base to emitter voltage drop, VBE. This is positive, this is negative, VBE. Okay, this one drop it is feeding. Along with that, it is also feeding the drop across your emitter resistance, VE. So this itself will be your VB. So VB being your source, it is feeding a base emitter drop plus your emitter drop. Understanding? Then how I can write VB? VB is equals to VBE plus VE. Or if you want to apply KVL also get the same thing. So this is nothing but VB. VB is equals to VBE plus VE. So even if you apply KVL also, you'll get the same. But instead of applying KVL, you can just understand it by the logic of the circuit, right? Yes or no? So I can write this as what now? VB is equals to VE plus VBE. Okay. So what is my VE? Emitter voltage. Emitter voltage here said that it has to be 1/8 of VCC. So we are able to compute the value of VE as 3 volts plus. What is VBE? It's the voltage drop across base emitter junction. Since the transistor is a default silicon transistor, the value of VBE will be equal to 0.7. Then what is the value of VB? 3.7 volts. Am I right? The value of VB will be equal to 3.7 volts. Okay. Now, what is that we are going to do over here is, now in the yesterday's session we discussed saying that if at all if this biasing element has to be made independent, if this biasing element has to be made independent of VBE, I hope you remember my interaction, then in that case I have to choose the value of current flowing through this branch much greater than that of IB, much greater than that of IB. Am I right? So let me say that the value of current that flows through this voltage divider branch, let me call it as I. So this current I should be much greater than that of IB, the base current, which flows through the base. So here what we're going to do, choose is, here we are going to choose, so this is my assumption, let my value of I be equal to 10 times that of IB. This is sufficient. If I choose the value of I 10 times that of the value of IB, this is more than sufficient. Okay. Now, if I is equals to 10 times that of IB, I know what is the value of IB. The value of IB is found to be as the base current that we have computed. What's the value? The value of base current is found to be as 36.36 microamps. Then I can say that this is 10 times that of 36.36 microamps. So this is equals to, so what's the value of I? What's the value of I? Just you have to shift this pen inside, that's all. Yes, what's the value of I? The value of I is found to be as 363.6 microamps. 363.6 microamps. Right? Am I right? So now once if you get the value of I, then easily you can compute the value of R1 and R2. All right. Now I can go to compute the value of R2. I can go to compute the value of R2. As value of R2 is being defined as, what is R2? You can see the circuit. The R2 is available here. Okay. You know additional point over here as VB. This is your base voltage. VB is known to you.